We're going to walk you through the installation of the J&L oil separator for your 2.3 liter Bronco or Ranger. Including the J&L kit is a fully assembled oil separator with quick connect fittings, a mounting bracket and mounting screws. The tools you'll need for installation is a ratchet, a deep 13mm socket, and a Phillips head screwdriver. Let's get started. Our first step, we need to remove our factory PCV line, which is this line here behind this coil pack going to the intake manifold. You'll notice that these little gray tabs, so you're going to do the intake manifold one first. You push the gray tab and then pull the line, and that pops it off, and then we're going to rotate this, and that's going to expose the tab on the PCV side. Pull that up and pull the line off. Looking closer at these clips, just breaking the circle. Be gentle with them, you can break them, so just a little bit of pressure and pull the fitting off. Now you want to go and prep your oil separator for installation. So you're going to take the supplied mounting bracket and install it. There was a logo on the can, there's a logo on the bracket. Align those two, use the 2 M4 screws to fasten that, and that will be ready for installation on the vehicle. Our mounting location for our oil separator is off of this 13mm bolt, so we're going to remove this bolt. It's a pretty short bolt, so be careful not to drop it. All right, now to install our oil separator. Now you may have to mess around with this block. As you see, it all wiggles to get that hole to line up nice. So just take your time. We're going to slide our oil separator into place by putting this long hose through this coolant line and this metal line here. And then we're going to take our bolt, go through our bracket, and then slide that down into place. So we're going to want to start this by hand and get it in a few threads. Like I said, you might have to wiggle this little block here. There we go, it's starting. All I did is pulled on this brake line block to get that hole to realign. So once that's started, again, ensure it's started by hand before you put a ratchet on it, because you don't want to cross thread it. We're just going to square our bracket up and snug this down. Now to make our hose connections, this long hose with the straight fitting is just going to plug right into place. Now, take our slack. If for whatever reason this fitting, you want to keep this release tab pushed up, these move, so if it was like that, it's going to be very difficult for you to remove at a later date. So get that facing upward and then go through. You'll hear a positive click knowing that's secure. And then on the 90, you can see this is already facing the right way, but if it was, you know, the opposite way, don't try to twist that hose around, you're going to kink it. These may not move as easy as mine because I just assembled this, but we do assemble these with grease, so they should break free. But if yours has been sitting in a box for a long time, it could be a little tougher to break it free initially. But that's going to simply plug right onto our intake fitting, and that completes the install. A nice simple one. So I'll show you these hoses. There. Now every vehicle is different, but on average these 4-cylinder EcoBoosts put about a ½ ounce to 1 ounce of oil in the oil separator every 1,000 miles. The can holds 3 ounces, so in theory you should be able to make it 2,500, 3,000 miles before you fill it, but every one of them can be different. So keep an eye on yours, check it after 1,000 miles, unscrew it, look in it, see how much is in yours, and that'll give you a good idea how often you need to check this thing. So but that's about all that's to it. If you have any questions, please reach out, and we'll see you on the next one.